What's up, gamers and collectors? DGC back with another video. We're doing a little pickups video today. Not a lot of stuff. I'm going to actually try to keep this one under 10 minutes if I can. So right off the jump here, we got 3 Amiibos. We got Young Link, Daisy, and then Ken. And I don't know why I started to keep these, but now that I did, I kind of have to like keep them all. So I like to open them because I use them. But then like I feel like these are kind of cool. Like, I don't know, one day it would be kind of cool to just like hang them all up on a wall somewhere or something. Probably would never do that, but who knows. But so there's Young Link. He's definitely one of my mains, and always has been since Melee. Daisy. I think this is my first Daisy. I'm missing the other Daisy figure that exists. And then Ken, of course. This will probably be the only Ken we ever get, unless they do a player 2 of this, which, you know, they might, but I doubt it. So there's those. Here's something cool that I did pick up. I've been meaning to pick this up for a while. I just kind of waited. This is a HD Retrovision component cable. These are 30 bucks. They claim these are better than the official ones. That's debatable. You know, I mean, there's only so much picture quality you can get out of a PS2. Simmer down, Sony fanboys. The PS2 only does typically 480 interlace for like 98% of its games, so this will help, but you're just polishing a turd at that point. But it also works with the PS3 and a modded PS1. If it were RGB modded, it would work. So there's that, and let's see, what do we want to start with? I'm gonna save that for last. There's not a whole lot here, just a few games. So this one, let me pull out the cover here because I swapped it, because this one actually comes with 2 covers. This is Sudden Strike 4. I've never actually even heard of this title. I just happened to see it at this GameStop like many months ago, and was just kind of curious enough, so I was like, you know what, I'm just going to pull the trigger on it. It's a real-time strategy game, obviously the 4th in the series. I've never heard of it though. It comes with a beefy manual. That's a thick manual. I love RTS games, so I figured I'd give this one a shot. Still haven't tried it yet, haven't even installed it, because I've been busy playing the game I'm going to show you last, which if you have a PS4, you probably know what it is. Get back in here. But yeah, so at some point I do plan on trying to play this. This is the only time I've ever seen it, so I thought maybe it might be uncommon, but I really do love RTSs, and I don't mind playing them on the console. Like, one of my favorite last-gen games was the Lord of the Rings game, Battle for Middle-earth. And yeah, I felt like that game played pretty nicely. So as you know, I'm going for a full 360 exclusive set as well, and eventually we'll be doing videos on those too. Here's one that came out during the 6th generation that was on all 3 platforms. However, during the 7th generation, this was an exclusive, and it even says so at the top. This is Tetris Evolution. So it says it on the top. I didn't know that this came out for the Xbox. This is a really minty copy. Like, look at that manual. Like, it looks like no one ever really played this game. The disc is super minty too. But this was like, I don't know, $3.99 or something. So I was like, well, it's an exclusive. Tetris is fun, and yeah, this is probably, you know, I've never seen it before, and I've been collecting 360 since the day it came out. So I don't know, but it is a Tetris game, so I would assume they made a lot of them. Who knows? We'll have to do some research on that, and I'll tell you the next time I get on to making a pickups video. So here's a good one here. This is the last Wii U game as of now. There's rumors that Just Dance 2020 are coming out, and that Limited Run might do more Wii U games. I saw them tweet about that the other day. Would I like it to happen? Yes and no. They did this game right. So this is Axiom Verge, the Multiverse Edition. It's not opened yet. I really don't plan on opening it because I already bought it for the Switch because they canceled the Wii U version. So I don't, you know, I could sell the Switch one, but I don't need to have 2 open copies. And the only reason I bought this, I double dipped, was because it's a Wii U game and I love the Wii U. However, I kind of would like to play this on the Wii U again, you know. This is a really great game. I love Metroidvania games, so I might open it. Now, I know I haven't been putting out a lot of edited content lately, and there's a good reason for that. You know, with the move and everything, I'm just getting, you know, accustomed and this and that. But one really of my favorite videos that I ever made was my Axiom Verge unboxing. Please look it up and watch it. It's a really fun video that I made. It has Mr. Games. Is it Game? Yeah, Mr. Games and Toys. Or no, it's Venegas Games and Toys. A good buddy of mine. Really good channel. He does gaming. You know, he goes out toy hunting at like Goodwills and this and that, and like yard sales, and then he does video game stuff too. He used to do a segment called Switch It Up, which I used to really enjoy, and Mr. Venegas, I wish you would bring that back, because I really did enjoy that. So, you know, he had this little intro, and he'd go switch him up and this and that. But so I kind of like mocked him and made it into a funny Axiom Verge unboxing. Everybody seemed to enjoy it in the community. I had a blast making it. He didn't know I was doing it. It wasn't to make fun of him or anything. I genuinely enjoyed those videos. So, Albino, make those videos again, man. So here's a really cool one that kind of took me by surprise. I did pre-order this, but I didn't know how good this game would be. This is Ghoul Boy Limited Edition for the PS4. I have just about all of the East Asia Soft games and the limited editions for the PlayStation 4. This is actually number 186 out of, I think this was 1,000 or 1,500 of these that they made. So this is a Ghosts and Goblins game. I'm not going to say spiritual successor because it's not made by those people or anything, but it's basically a Ghosts and Goblins, Ghouls and game, whatever you want to call it. Really good. The music to it, the art, it's just a really phenomenal game. I put this in to just, you know when you just kind of test a game to see if you're going to like it? I put it in and I tested it for like 3 hours. I liked it. Really good game. I think this is actually still up for the PS4. The Vita ones, they always sell out super fast because you Vita collectors are nuts. But really good game if you can just get a digital of it. I believe the digital is available on the Switch as well, and maybe even the Xbox, but definitely the Sony platforms. And then we got, I guess these are 2 more limited run games, and then we got to talk about this one here. Then we got Spelunky. I kind of pre-ordered this off of a whim, and I like vaguely knew what it was, and then like debated on it the last day that you could pre-order this one, or where there was still enough to pre-order it. And then I was like, you know what, I'm just going to give this a shot. And honestly, this is a really fun game. It kind of reminds me of SteamWorld Dig a little bit, or I guess that came out before SteamWorld Dig, or I don't know. But I like those kind of like Dig Dug 2.5D games where you're like, you know, in a giant field, and you know what I'm talking about if you played those games. They're definitely fun. Now here's a cool VR game. So I'm going for a full VR set, so obviously needed to get this one. This one's Light Tracer, so this is kind of like a puzzle game. You have like, so on the actual, you know, in the headset, you have like a wand basically, and you're kind of like aiming them around and stuff. I haven't tried it yet, but it definitely looks like a cool game. Can't wait to try it. The thing I love about VR games the most is that they're so short, and then you can, like, generally, I'm recording this right now on a Sunday morning, so if I were to pop that in, I could probably beat that game by the end of the day. And to me, that's kind of a lost art of gaming now, where you can't beat games quickly anymore because, and we're going to talk about that in this last game here, where games are just so massive. And for me, as an older gamer, I'm almost 30, even though I don't look like it, I miss the days of being able to beat a game in an hour, like on the Super Nintendo or the NES or this or that, Genesis, where you could beat a game in an hour and just, you know, it's going to take you many hours to do that, like days, and then you can eventually narrow it down to where you could speed run it in an hour or whatever. But there's just kind of like a lost thing of gaming where you can't beat games quickly anymore, and it really frustrates me because, like, alright, so we'll pick this one up. This Days Gone. It's a pretty good game. We'll talk about all that in a second. But, like, so this world is very massive, and, you know, when I think about 8th generation games, I think about, you know, the Far Cry's where the worlds are huge, and the Assassin's Creed's where the worlds keep getting bigger and bigger. And, you know, to me, and then, you know, like Ys 8, that was a huge world. You know, just all these different games that have these massive sprawling worlds, and Xenoblade Chronicles X, which to date, I think Xenoblade Chronicles X is the biggest game world to ever exist. I could be, as far as like a non-MMO game, I'm pretty sure that's the biggest gaming world to exist. Someone can probably correct me in the comments below. But so for me, these worlds are just getting too big and too robust because I work a lot now. I mean, and I just want to play games and enjoy them. But then, like, you're playing Days Gone, and it's fun. So to touch on a little micro review for this, it has really terrible audio syncing issues. You'll drive through a tunnel with someone on your back, or he'll be talking to himself, and then the audio will unsync, and then he's talking at the top of his lungs because it's like supposed to be echoing in the tunnel, but then you've already exited the tunnel, so like there's a lot of like delay in the audio. Or okay, so there was this one mission where you got a little girl ride on the back of you, saved her from utter chaos, and I'm just cruising along on a street, and they're like yelling to each other. I'm like, homie, she's like a foot behind you, man, she can hear you. And so the audio issues are messed up. It has a lot of frame dips, and I'm talking hard frame dips. So there's no frame counter on the PS4, but I'm talking it's probably dipping into the low 10s. It dips hard. And I'm playing on a Pro, so it shouldn't really do that, I would think. And it's not even on 4K, so it really shouldn't dip. So it's just a very not well optimized game. In the cutscenes, the lip syncing is off by a few seconds. But it is generally a good game, and I'm enjoying it. But the gameplay is what saves this game. It's a very fun game to play, to strategically figure out how you're gonna duck and bob and weave around the zombies and the bikers and the freakers what do they call it? Drifters. And this is all different. There's like biker people, then there's like settler people, then there's like the freakers, which are the zombies, and then there's like or the freakers. So then there's like a group of people, they're like cultists, and they worship the zombies. I think the freakers are either the zombies or the cultists. I can't remember. I only ran into the cultists once to where I'm at in the game now. I assume at some point they're going to play a larger role in the game. Do I recommend the game? Yes, but not at $60. Even if you have GCU, I don't even recommend it at the $48 that would be. Or, yeah, $48. I would honestly say it's around the $30 to $35 mark to pick this game up and enjoy it for what you're going to pay. You're going to get a solid 30 to 50 hours out of it if you, dick around the game a little bit and just kind of do a little sidetracking. 30 to 50 hours from what I've read. It is a very fun game. Like, if you follow me on Twitter. If you don't, definitely check that out. But so I posted a little micro video of I was sneaking up on this bear, and then I threw a gas can at it, and then I lobbed a Molotov at it, which then blew up, and then blew up the gas can. And then I started smacking him with a hatchet, and then it still just attacked the shit out of me, picked me up with his mouth, and ripped me apart like this. It's a very funny video. And yeah, it just made me laugh because I was like, wow, this AI is like, it's challenging. I'm playing on easy, and that the zombies will fuck you up, and the bear fucked me up. But it was fun. Like, it's aside from all of its problems, the game is fun. And I think that's what a lot of like these big review sites, they seem to forget that like gaming is supposed to just be fun too. Like, it can be Last of Us and Horizon and God of War pretty, but it also needs to be fun too, like to enjoy it. So that's kind of just my thoughts on Days Gone. Just a little bit. Some audio issues, some graphical issues, some frame rate issues, but overall it's a very fun game. So those are my pickups. I have been pre-ordering a lot of good stuff that I'm going to be unboxing in the future on the channel as soon as they come. And now I'm going to be able to get things faster to me because I don't have to get them shipped to my P.O. box. Because at my old place, it was a whole thing, and I only ever got my mail shipped to my P.O. box. Now I have a real address where I can get mail sent. I do still have my P.O. box. I'll probably be canceling that in the next couple of months, just in case, not e-begging, but in case you do send stuff, which a few people have over the times. And the only reason I had the P.O. box was because I like literally had to, and then I was just like, may as well share it with people. But I still have Kickstarter stuff that's going to be mailed there and this and that, so I'm kind of just waiting for all that to trickle down, and then once all those things are mailed to me, then I'll be canceling the P.O. box. Just heads up in case you were sending me, I don't know, whatever, what have you. I've had people, other channels send me stickers and hats and shirts and, just other random stuff that people have sent me over the years. And all the games people have sent me, I still have them all, still have all the notes, so not an e-beggar or anything like that. But I'm very particular about the quality of my games anyway, so like when people send me stuff, I kind of question it, because I don't know, I'm very, I guess you could say, anal about it. Like I have to, it just has to be in a certain condition. Like I only have 8 Genesis games because they have to be mint, complete in box, because I don't know, that's just how I like to collect them, so you know, that's how it is. But either way, it's good to be back. I'm going to be immediately recording a couple Wii U videos after this. So one thing that I wanted to ask the community was, anybody that is a channel, or I guess wants to have a channel, wants to do some Wii U collab videos. I've already lined up a few people that do want to do them, whether it be on my channel or your channel or both channels. I want to start doing some Wii U content. I feel like there's not enough of it. I have the full set, so I can talk about any game for the system now. And I just really want to share the experiences and the joys that I had with the Wii U with the rest of the world, because not a lot of people, I mean, 13.56 million people enjoyed it in the world, and I think it was about 6 enjoyed it in America, so not many. It's a great system, and I really just want to share some of those experiences with you, so look forward to those here in the near future. But this has already gone on longer than I said it would, so peace out for now, guys. Till next time.
Come here, you mother...